Hello everyone, welcome to Projects with Karan, and today we are going to continue with our Flashcard app. So in previous videos we have seen how to make this navbar, how to set up Firebase, and how to set up the routing. So wait a second. Yeah, this much we have done now. So today we are going to continue with our app, and the features we are going to implement is the login functionality like this. Let me show you the demo. And one error functionality. Now, what is error functionality? It is something which is good to have and which is a good development practice and a production practice also. So, what happens for now in our app is that if I go to slash login, so wait a second, oh, I guess terminal crashed. So, this can happen, don't worry. So you can see we have our login page. But what will happen if I just do this? LO. We have nothing. So this looks bad in production also. See, what is happening is that our defined routes, they are working perfectly. But what happens if user like this types some random route? Let's say random. Where will the user should be directed? What message should user see? So this is also a very important thing. So we are going to first implement that. So go in components. Be very careful because in VS Code what happens is that if your folder contains only one more folder, so it will do like this. So click on components first and then a new folder called error page and then errorpage.jsx. Now first let's set the route for the error page. For this use the route tag and path will be star and element will be error page. So here we will type RFCE. Remove this because in newer versions of React you don't need it. And now you will see this. Ah, yes, error page is not defined. And let's correct it because I haven't imported the error page. So import error page, save it, and now you can see if I type any random route, the error page is shown. Now the error page should look somewhat good because obviously it's good for UI. See, wait a minute. And if I go to some valid route, it will go to that. So let's go to the error page first. I will give it main. So I will type error 404 not found. This will be my error message and then class name. So first I will set the same background as our app. So for that I guess we have set in wrapper. Let me check where we see. There it is. So in wrapper we use the color and for that we have to go to app.css. Copy this color in error page. Yeah, type it. Remove one hash and save it. So let's go to our error page and see what we have. See, you have the same color, but again it does not look good. It even looks funnier. So what I will be doing, min height full, or screen will be better in this case, and min width full. Save it, and now you can see the whole page is covered in that particular color. Now let's center it first. So for this, what I will do is I will do text 3xl, uh, font semi bold, and text center. So now our text is in center. Wait, let me show. Yeah, and let me close the terminal first. I'm not like shut down the terminal. I just close the terminal window, and div should be here. Save it first, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to assign it a class name. Class name equal to padding top 40 vh. Save it, and here you can see it's almost centered. So what we can do is we can do it 45. It will look better. See, now we have our error page. So this is how you make the error page. Again, you can put a lot of effort in this page, because in many websites, if you have seen, if you have tried any random URL, you will see that they have very sophisticated error pages. You can have some footers depending on what you are trying to make of your application. So keep that in mind. So for now, I guess for our application, this error page is more than enough. So I'm going to save it, close this file. So now our error page is set. What you can also do is, if you want that particular path has particular error element, there is one more attribute which I would love to show you, which is error element. What error element do is, for example, let's suppose you want to log in, but there is some backend error. Let's suppose Firebase service is down, or your rules are not proper, or anything can happen. So what you can do is you can specify particular error element for a particular path. That, for example, if the path which is login path shows some error, it does not render the element, then it will fall back to the error element, which is also a good practice. But for now, I'm not going to implement it. You can implement it, and I would suggest that try to implement these things which makes your website more professional. It's not about what you make, it's about how you make and how much effort you put. These small things, these error pages, these things, these like using the wrapper classes, it seems like a lot of work, and it is a work. It is a lot of work if we combine all these things, but it makes you a better developer, and it helps you grow professionally also. So enough talk, let's move on to our login page. First save it, and in components make a new folder called login, and a file called login.jsx, not jsx4, simple jsx, rfce, and I will import this login component here and save it. You can also check we have login. So let's start with our login page UI. So for this, first remove this login, and first we are going to style this outer div. For this, I'm going to use these styles: class name equal to bg, and the color we use in error page. So let me open that first. Error page. this one, copy it and paste it. So this is the background color. Then flex items center, justify center, and minimum height will be of screen. Control S, and now we have our background setup. Now let's move on. So create another dev block with the class name of not this, yeah, class name of background white, padding 8, rounded large, shadow, not show, shadow large, W full, and max W empty. Save it. And for now you will not see anything because we haven't put anything here. You will see just this block. So let's start putting our content in here. For this I'm going to use H2, and these will be the styles I'm going to give. So text to Excel, font bold, margin bottom 6, and text should be center, and the heading will be login. Save it, and here you can see the login word is there. Now let's put the login button. For this we will use button tag, and the content will be in here is login with Google. So let's assign some styles to it. First, class name, that will be background red 500, and when it is hovered the background red will be 700. Then text should be white, font should be bold, then padding in y direction should be 2, x direction I'm going to give a padding of 4, rounded, and width should be full. I'm going to focus on outline none, and also one more focus on shadow, not word outline, shadow outline. And now you can see our login page is exactly what it was here. So you can see. So this is the UI of our login page. Now let's move on to functionality. For this, I will first import these dependencies. Then I will make a function const handle Google login, which will be asynchronous function, and first we will use a provider, which will be a object of Google Auth provider. Copy it and paste it here. Then we will use try catch block. So try catch error. Wait a second. Error, and we will alert with error dot message. So in try block, what we will do const result equal to await sign in with pop-up auth and provider. Auth is in our Firebase file. Let me open this file also so that you can easily see. See, we have exported auth and TP. So that I'm using here. Then I'm going to get the user email from result.user.email, and then I'm going to put this email in session storage dot set item. It will be user email and user email. Then I'm going to alert with login successful, and then I'm going to navigate to the main home page. For that, we will use const navigate equal to use navigate, and navigate to the home page. Save it, and in button add as it on click. So on clicking this button, what will happen? The handle Google login will be triggered. So save it, and the error we saw vanished. So now click on it, and now you have the pop-up. Click on it. It will ask for that whether you allow this app or not. Click on continue, and now we are on home page. You can also see the same thing in this. Let me refresh it, and in your console in the project you will be able to see one user added. Dismiss, and see the user email is the identifier, and then we have user unique ID. So this again, it is just for the console purposes. We are not going to use this, though we are going to extensively use this one. And it also lists the providers, because what can happen is that you can use multiple providers. So you can also check that which provider is getting you the most traffic, just for analytics purposes. So that's how you will implement the login functionality. And why I'm using the session store, or you can say session storage. I'm using session storage because if I refresh, it should not redirect me to the, what you can say, login page. Let me show you how. Control Shift J, and in console, if you type session storage, not session storage, you can see it contains the user email which has my email. So it keeps that as a cookie in your web browser. So it helps you with that. On refresh you are not lost with the data. So again, it is just for smaller bits of data. Don't put too much data in it. So that's one advice. So that's all for this video. We will meet in the next one. Till then, bye.